It's PDA. It's hard to say. Devil's advocate. We never refer to a female's cookies. We call it the PS and smart people call them cushies. We don't speak ill of the dead. We hope you won't be offended by the things that are said. Playing devil's advocate, and now I'm here to judge you. As such a true thoughts, you will learn how to love you. Everybody's listening, nobody's tripping. This life's too crazy, everybody's flipping. This life's so crazy, running tells the fence. You on the right side, there's no need to pretend. It's an open forum, never done before. It's a future, listen, this is a no cousin, speak the left, something, no bugging. No extra charge, just switch both, be buzzing. We don't really care. If you're right or you're wrong, the tune is the Ms.KiKi, whichever time it's on. Hey, Ms.KiKi, it's time to play. It's time to play. Devil's advocate. Hey, Ms.KiKi, it's PDA. It's time to play. Devil's advocate.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Playing Devil's Advocate. I am your host, Ms.KiKi, the consummate provocateur, and for the next 120 minutes, we are going to edutain you. That's right, for the next 2 hours, you're going to be educated and entertained. We have a great show lined up for you guys today, as always, but before we can do any of that, I need to give you some little guidance, do a little light housekeeping, and that's by letting you know that we are here each and every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, and 10 p.m. to you guys on the East Coast. If you want to watch any of the episodes prior to now, feel free. Subscribe to our channel right here on YouTube. That way you don't miss one when we do one, and you can always go back and check them out if we leave them open. But I just also want to let you know that we are tweeting live in real time throughout the show. So this is a hugely interactive show. So make sure you're following us at PDA_Ms.KiKi. That's at PDA_MSKIKI. If you post us a tweet, we'll make sure that we get your comment on air at some point during the show. Also, you can post our Facebook wall at facebook.com/playingdevilsadvocate, and we'll get your comments there. Let's see. Oh, we have an interactive chat room right here on YouTube. Get in there. I see people filing in already. So you want to be a part of this conversation. We have a great show lined up for you guys today. I just want to give you a little reminder, if you haven't already purchased a copy of my book, The Other Woman Code of Conduct, What Every Other Woman Should Know and Men Too, now's a good time to do it. You can do it at iTunes, or you can visit KiKiRichardson.com. And while you're there at KiKiRichardson.com, please be advised that you can purchase PDA swag. You can get you some merchandise. You can find out about the hosts, the guests, the experts. You can download some of the old archive shows. And other than purchasing my book, you can do it right there on KiKiRichardson.com. Before I can get into anything else, though, and introducing the show and bringing everything together, I got to bring on, my little homegirl who rides shotgun with me each and every week. Y'all know her as a fallen angel, and she fell from grace for coining phrases like lube is for amateurs, and I hope you got your get out and fuck free card. I didn't say it. She said it. Don't look at me outside eye. Ladies and gentlemen, I please want you to welcome Miss Sporty, Spunky, Asia. What up, girl?
What's going down, Kiki?
Man, it ain't prices for food, because this salad I just had before the show, let's not even talk about it, all right? Let's just say that.
Well, good.
It was a spicy chicken Caesar salad, and it was yummy, but I couldn't finish it, and I had to keep telling myself, slow down, Kiki, slow down, Kiki, slow down. So, it is what it is. I want to welcome back this week. Let me tell you something.
Uh-oh. What, girl?
No. Nothing bad like that. I just want to say big ups to the Black Mamba. It is his last game tonight. He's not one of my favorite people, but I have to respect the game, and I have to respect his contribution to the game. So happy retirement, Kobe Bryant.
Oh, well, you know what? In that respect, yes, I am glad to see him go. Absolutely.
Did you see the video I sent you guys that they did about the hating? Yeah, you're one of those. He was
I don't
conducting
hate
you.
on him. I just never liked him.
Okay,
There's
whatever.
a difference.
Whatever. Also, big birthday shouts out to all you Aries people who are out there. My niece, Jayla, her birthday is coming up on the 16th, so I want to wish her a happy birthday. I don't even know how old she is because I can't remember all these kids. I think she's 11.
Oh my! Well, happy birthday, Jayla.
And yesterday, one of our men from our Man Crush March series, our Man's Guide to Romance and Love, Eddie Drummond, celebrated his 36th birthday yesterday. So yes, yes, yes. And
Oh
I think that's about it. Oh, what?
no,
Don't you
my
dare call him that,
I
huh?
wasn't gonna say it. I was gonna
Oh,
say my
okay.
birthday. No,
So
no.
happy birthday to you guys. Is there anything else I forgot?
Mimi's birthday. She's the big four.
That's right. Malia turned 4. It was Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday, Malia. She's 4 years old. So,
Yes.
um, there is that. I actually put on a little makeup for you guys today because I decided to wear my hair slicked down, and so I said since I was gonna slick my hair down, may as well go ahead and put on some makeup.
You look cute, dear. I like it.
Thank you
Oh, you
very much.
told me I wasn't cute earlier, so I had to go change my
I didn't
shirt.
say you weren't cute. I said you need to go do something with yourself before we got on air. Anyway, tonight's topic is myth busting,
Yes.
male versus female. And this is kind of like a battle of the sexes kind of thing. And it came about because, speaking of that damn Man Crush March series,
Hello.
during our Man Crush March series, we had our men's roundtable, which was our conclusion, the little button in the bow that we put on the end of that series. And L Young was on. Who was L on with?
He was on with it was
Rob
L, Rob, and A Train.
and A Train. And
Hmm.
they got into this discussion about how women got to really be emotionally attached to your ass in order to cheat on you and all this other good shit.
Yes.
And so, and anyway, that sparked the debate. It got kind of heated. We almost went down the rabbit trail and never came back from that comment. So we decided, why not? Let's just make a damn show out of it, right? That's what we do.
Might
Things
as
that
well.
people have an emotional attachment to, they feel so passionately about it. We want to have conversations about it. And this is not going to be a completely unbalanced conversation, guys. I don't want y'all to think, well, it's only women now. Who's speaking up for the guys? I want to let y'all know it's quite a few guys in the chat room, and none other than Rocky Miller will be joining us soon. He's a referee, so he had to referee some games, and as soon as he gets in, pew, pew, he's going to be joining us. So y'all will be represented on this panel tonight, so you don't have to feel like it's a lopsided conversation and all
Right.
we're doing is bashing men, because that's not anything how I roll. That's not how I roll, at all. So, but before we do any of that, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. This is a night of changes. Why not, right?
Okay, what we gonna do, girl?
All right, so we got two very intriguing Ask PDA letters this week that I just was like, I don't know if I can wait for next week to do one, right? So,
Hmm.
um, I think I want to do one right now. Y'all think we should do one right now?
What the hell? Why not?
Oh, they talk about how sexy you are in the chat room and shit.
Oh well, hey, thanks.
Can y'all answer my question? Can we do in the chat room? Can y'all answer my question in the chat room? Can we go ahead and do one of these ASPDA letters? Because I want to get y'all riled up already. Because I'm already knowing this one is going. They talk about some sure. I know this one gonna get a little fired up. So hold on. I have to play the disclaimer because I ain't trying to get sued by y'all. Because you know
Uh-oh.
what?
I'm
I
gonna
ain't
say
playing the
some
disclaimer.
shit.
I'm just gonna say it. Listen, this is for entertainment purposes only. You wrote in this letter, so that means you've listened before. So you already know how it goes down. So if you take our advice or don't take our advice, that's at your own risk.
Uh-oh. That means this is a doozy.
It's something. Oh man, I love my life sometimes. Here's the letter. Dear PDA, I need some help from you guys. I met this guy about 4 or 5 months ago, and we've been messing around for about 3 of those. I found out about a month in that he had a baby on the way with his ex. They got back together, but we've still been messing around. He's getting married next weekend, and I don't know what to do. I'm really into him, but I don't want to be a homewrecker. Signed, I don't want to be a homewrecker. Well, let me just say this to you, Miss. I don't want to be a homewrecker. Being as though I wrote this book right here, The Other Woman Code of Conduct, let me just tell you a thing. Your math ain't adding up in terms of your level of your intellectual capacity. Okay? First of all, you met him about 4 or 5 months ago. Okay? Let's just say 4 months ago. About a month in, you found out he was having a baby on the way with his ex. Okay. And y'all been messing around for 3 of those 4 months. So what that says is that when you found out he was having a baby with his ex is when you start fucking him? I don't understand the logic in that. That was your exit stage right opportunity, and you didn't take it. Now, they got back together, and y'all still messing around, and he's getting married next week. You don't know what to do. Ain't nothing for you to do. Go find somebody else. Get yourself a life, a hobby, something. A trade, a skill, something. A life, a seat, something. Talk about I'm really into him, but I don't want to be a homewrecker. Really? How are you really into somebody that you knew going in when you decided you was having sex with him? He was with somebody. He had a baby on the way. Now, if y'all met 4 or 5 months ago and he told you a month in, or you found out, because that's what you said, I found out about a month in. Not that he told me a month in that he was having a baby. So the streets was talking and you was listening. So with that being said, clearly the girl wasn't 3 months. She was purely out of her first trimester. So what, or maybe she was. If that means it was still close proximity to when they broke up. So you were rebound chick from the jump, and you didn't get that? That math didn't add up for you? I'm just saying. So, what should you do? Go have a seat. Sporty.
So, okay, wait. First of all, you can't wreck a home that you're not a part of. Because clearly, he's building his home around you. So you don't have to worry about being a home wrecker. You're not wrecking a home. The only home you're wrecking is your own right now. 2, like KiKi said about having seats, she needs you to get a hobby, but she needs you to get a hobby besides the one you have now, because this hobby is not working for you. What I need you to do, and I'm so serious, please hear me on this. There's this book called The Other Woman Code of Conduct. Could you hold that up for me, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, see right here, The Other Woman Code of Conduct, what women should know, and men too. I would need you to read this from cover to cover twice so you can get a complete understanding of what's inside of that book, because roses are red, violets are blue. That bullshit you on right now is not working for you. I'm done with her.
Yeah, I don't want to be a home wrecker.
How you gonna
Yeah.
put somebody home? You just screwing him. That's all you were.
I just don't understand how. I just don't. The math don't add up for me. You met this dude a month in. You 4 months in to this situation with this dude. A month in, you find out he having a baby. Y'all been messing around for 3 of those months. So that means right after you found out, you start screwing this dude.
Something wrong.
Yeah, something is rotten in the cotton, and I'm just saying that the best thing that you need to do, again, get a hobby, have a seat, do something, learn how to crochet, braid, or do makeup. Come do my makeup.
I don't
Do
want
hair.
no
Come do the hair. You know what I'm saying? Go do something. They said, leave it alone. She was already the other woman. That means the sex is blazing. Wow, that's my angel. Talk about your poem. And she made a decision to continue. You can make make a decision to continue, but again, you know what's gonna happen. You know
Understood.
what's gonna happen. They get married this weekend. Clearly, that is a clear sign he
And
wants
don't
her.
go. Don't go to the wedding, please.
I want to know how
Oh,
she found out he was having a baby with his ex.
I
You
want to
know,
know
because
how.
she
Look,
found out. You see me?
yeah, she found out. She
Yeah.
was being nosy or something. I want to know how she looked.
What she got? Wait, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
It's just something I wanted to know. That's all.
Okay, well, why? Why would you want to know? Why would it be important what she looks like?
I'm curious. I just want to know. There's nothing more to it than that for me. I just want
Yeah, that
to
that
look.
that's it. Yeah, I think you feel like I'm reeling you in to hit you with something, so you just gonna back up off of it. But what I wanted to know is like how far in your education did you get?
How dumb are you?
Can't hear us, so I don't know if something happened with with Chan that she did something that our sound went out. Um, let me
I don't
see.
know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. But anyway,
I hear you
we
just fine too.
we shall continue on. It may be you. You might need to refresh your page. Um, yeah, so yeah, go ahead and refresh yourself. Refresh yourself. Do it good.
Too funny. Too funny.
All right.
That
So
was pretty wild. I can't believe you would write a letter like that though. That's pretty deep.
why not? We don't know this person. They don't know us. What difference do it make?
Well, you know, when you, I mean, why would you think that it's okay to feel like you would be a home wrecker by continuing to see this man as he's getting married the next weekend? Why do you still want to even participate?
Listen, if he don't mind, it don't matter.
Okay, got you.
And again,
Got
to ask that question, and you know how I am about this show and about in life in general about being judgmental. To say, why would you think it's okay, says in some way, shape, or form that you're judging their decision. My thing is,
you.
I'm questioning your decision. It's like, what's going on?
True.
Like,
It's true.
so, anyway, welcome, Rocky!
Can y'all see me?
Not with
No.
your finger in the way. Not with your finger in the way.
What about that?
Yes, I can see you now that you've moved your finger.
Anyway, hold on.
You look just like your baby girl. Oh my God, that's scary. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Rocky Miller's in the building.
What's up, people? What's going
Hey,
on?
Rocky. Okay, Rocky, we had just, we was kind of stalling for some time. Not really, but we was making up some time because I got two letters this week and I couldn't help but read both of them. So I read one of the letters, and basically what you missed was this girl met this dude 4 months ago, and a month in, she started having sex with him, and apparently around the same time, she found out he was having a baby with his ex.
hmm
And so the dude and his ex got back together, and they get married next weekend. And she wanted to know what she should do.
I mean, she should find her new dude. I mean, he pretty much treated you the way that he thought of you. You know, he didn't give you the decency to tell you that he was still involved with someone else. Um, he continued to, basically deceive you. And what about that situation or circumstance is worth going after? I'm just saying. I mean, I don't. Sometimes I don't understand women in that regard.
Well, because we
That
think we can, we think we sometimes, and this will kind of take us into how we got to this entire show, was sometimes we think for some reason that if we have enough sex with him or we do enough stuff that he like, or somehow we can love him into submission. You know what I mean?
uh, I get that. The issue I have with it is is that you're working at it from a backwards premise, meaning that you're operating as if individuals do not have free will.
And you operating as if he actually gives a shit.
Well, but Key, I don't think. Let me say this, ladies. I'm speaking to y'all. A guy's behavior is not any indication of whether he cares about you or not. His behavior is all about what you allow, right? Because a guy can care about you, love you to death, but if you allow him certain disrespectful options, he's going to continue to do them.
Absolutely.
I hear a lot of people say, if you do this, you wouldn't love me. I mean, that one has nothing to do with the other as far as guys concerned. What we're doing is what we can get away with.
That's one of the biggest things that people say, like when people get cheated on. You know what I mean? They're like, if you cheated on me, how can you love me and you cheated on me? Because as I said before, my heart is not connected to my my vagina. So my loving you ain't got nothing to do with me wanting to fuck him.
Hey, and you know what? I wish more people would vocalize that in a way that the world would be better off, and it would lower the expectations that people have on one another. Not that people would go out and cheat, but I mean all the drama about I can't believe
oh my God.
Oh, good too.
I can't breathe, Rocky. Oh,
right.
Oh,
it's true.
Oh.
Look at
that
face.
I should have screenshot that face. No, but you're absolutely right. But which leads me to this, when we're talking about myths and, facts. There's a myth out there that men cheat more than women.
We get caught more.
Now, y'all know I have done studies on this.
Excuse me.
I have done studies on this. And the reality of the situation is, ladies, you guys cheat. We cheat just as much as men. We get caught statistically 50% less.
That's easy. That's easy, man. That's easy. Let me tell you this. And this is my belief. I believe women get caught when they want to get caught. Because as a guy, about our little wee-wee, we're so impulsive. You know what I mean? So the calculating part of the cheating deal, we really get all wrong. You know what I mean? You can like here's for instance, we'll get a call. We answer the call. We'll be like, yeah, okay. And then 30 minutes later, baby, I think I want to go to the gym and work out, right? And she can just investigate who was the last person we called before we went out to go work out and kind of figure out what our behavior is, right? Women ain't gonna never operate like that.
Well,
Never.
Here's the thing. There are a couple points at play here, and I don't know if Sporty want to chime in just a second or whatever, but here are a couple things that are in play. I've always said that how you find out your man's cheating on you is directly proportionate to what he thinks of you, right? So if you walk in your house and he fucking this bitch in your bed, she ass, face down, ass up, screaming his name in your bed, that tells you a lot about what he thinks of you. Not how he feels about you, but what he thinks of you. Right? Now, if you have to search and go through his phone and you see that he's made some effort to try to conceal this shit, that says how he thinks about what he thinks of you. He thinks enough of you to even put forth the effort to try to keep the shit on the low. Now, another reason y'all get caught, though, I mean, we know that women don't get caught as much because, we're better planners. We're always 7 steps ahead of you, stuff like that, right? One of the reasons men get caught, and y'all can dispute my theory if you like, but one of the reasons men get caught is because y'all act suspicious. You know, it's piggybacking off what you said, Rocky. You'll do something that's out of the norm. For example, let's say guy over here is married and he wants to make somebody his mistress, right? He travels a lot for work. So he invites mistress to go on a trip with him while he's working, right? Then he calls mistress back and says, "Oh, well, wife want to go now." All of a sudden, but it ain't all of a sudden. Now, dude says, "Well, I asked her 5 times and she wanted to go. She was like, no." And then all of a sudden, now she can go. I said, my thing is this: in that scenario, you asked her 1 time too many. You asked her 1 time too many. And what that led her, and the reason what happened was either one, she felt like you really, really wanted her to go and that she needed to make accommodations to go, or she was like, what the fuck is this dude up to that he want to make sure I ain't nowhere around, that he keeps checking. Yes, you got to stop don't change up your stilo. The moment you change up your stilo, her spidey senses going to kick in.
Well,
and see, the other thing I'm going to say about that is men failed vocabulary in school. There's a word called discretion that they don't know anything about. You need to learn how to be discreet and to keep your mouth shut. Stop telling your business. Don't tell your homie. Shut up.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. I think the culprits of less discretion belong to us.
Well, let me just chime in.
We're the ones who tell our homegirls. Go ahead.
No, I just want to chime in and say, I think guys are discreet, but discretion is relative. You know
relative.
What I mean? Discretion is relative. So what I'm saying is, I carry a gym bag, right? I'm just going to use this as an example. I may keep all my dirty little secrets in my gym bag, and I may think Keisha will never go in my gym bag or whatever. But if I have it in there and she looks, right, and she finds it, then I didn't use discretion. But what I'm saying is, if she doesn't look, then I did use discretion. You understand what I'm saying? So I think it's relative. Like me personally, I don't think guys should ever play around the house. If you're gonna play, don't play around the house. Don't play in your neighborhood. Don't play in your city. Don't play in your state. Don't play on your. You know what I mean? I'm just, cause.
Keep going, Rocky. Keep going. You're doing a commercial right now. You're doing a commercial.
Yeah. So you just don't play in your area because there are too many. Because my wife pays attention to everything, man. So I don't. Not that she's a snooper, but
we all do.
If I have a receipt, and it's a tab or whatever. Oh, you had 5 margaritas? Well, fuck no. She know I didn't have 5 margaritas. You know what I mean?
Right.
She's gonna ask who else is at the bar. Now these are questions that the truth will trip you up. Or a lie will trip you up. Meaning that if you say who was all with you? Shit, I don't know. Now I don't know means I don't want to tell you who I was with.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
But that's because y'all don't plan. See, here's the thing. That's what we're talking about, being better planners. If you plan, here's the thing. Me and Chan can go somewhere, and if somebody asks us something, it only take a look, and we're going to recite the same shit. And y'all will think, oh, okay. There will be none the wiser, right? So if I was lying and telling my dude I went somewhere, he'd be like, oh, well, where'd y'all go? Me and Chan will be at the same time. Oh, we drove up to Alabama to see Monica. You know what I mean? It's just that quick. But y'all don't plan that shit in advance. You know what I mean? Y'all don't have that forethought.
No. And guess what? The other woman knows that. The other woman knows that if she makes your favorite dish, you're subject to do some spontaneous bullshit. You know what I mean? And I say your favorite dish, whatever that may be.
Yeah, her. She gonna serve it up on the platter just the way you like it. And that's how you end up getting caught. For those of you guys who just may be joining us, this is Playing Devil's Advocate. I am your host, Ms.KiKi, the consummate provocateur. And tonight we're doing myth busting. We're battle of the man versus women. We're talking about things that men do versus women do. And we're debunking myths or proving them to be true. So if you want to be a part of the conversation, chat room is busy already. I'm gonna have Sporty read some of that stuff in just a second. Also, you can send us a tweet at PDA_Ms.KiKi. That's PDA_MSKIKI. Or you can post to our Facebook wall at facebook.com/Playing Devil's Advocate. And we'll get your comments on air. I promise. We got a whole lot we need to get through because there were a whole lot of myths that came in. So I'm going to throw the ball to Sporty and I'm going to see what kind of myths she comes up with that we can either dispel or prove to be true.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm laughing at this chat room because one of the guys says, can he repeat that? You know, because I guess he's trying to take notes. Donald, you trying to cheat on me? I'm watching you in here. And then, you know, Felicia says, we're planners. They'll start planning months in advance. It take us 2 minutes to be like, all right, this is what we're going to do. This is how it is. And we roll out with it. But we already have a story in place, which is what KiKi just explained to everybody. Oh, so true. One of the biggest myths I would love to bust is they say that men always want to do the chasing, and that is not true.
Go ahead, Rocky. You a man.
It's not true. I got statistics on that one.
Well, I can say it's not true for me. I mean, there are a lot of guys who I know who are chasers, who are friends of mine, but I think they like getting chose just as well as they like chase. For me, it was always easier for me to communicate and open up if I knew I already had interest. Drumming up interest really wasn't my cup of tea. So if she had interest, then it was always easier for me. I already had an in, and that's where I did my best work as far as getting to know somebody and communicating. I think that's comfortable for most guys. But, you know, I think some guys are, from a personality standpoint, are just more accustomed to chasing than others. That's what I will say. So they have to justify it.
What do your statistics say, Sporty?
Well, my statistics say that out of 5,600 men that were polled, 90% of them prefer to be chased by the woman.
Absolutely. I didn't know it was going to be that.
Wait a minute. They prefer to be chased by a woman.
They prefer to be pursued by a woman.
Yeah.
They enjoy that more.
It
floored me as well.
Well, you know what? We're in an impasse here. And the reason why we would be at an impasse is because a woman likes to be pursued as well. So if I like to be pursued and you like to be pursued, then who's doing the goddamn pursuing? Because we both sitting back waiting on the other person to get put in first. You know what I mean? So
KiKi,
I think it's against the. Go ahead.
KiKi, I don't care how y'all do the math or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm going to get close into the camera when I say this. Women do the choosing. When they do the offering,
is different than chasing.
So women do the choosing.
No. Choosing is different than chasing.
Exactly. It is.
But here's the deal. If you're going to do, if a guy knows that a woman is going to choose, then rejection is a possibility each time he steps out and does, initiates.
It's the same thing for a woman, though.
But
Rocky?
But women, it's a lot less likely that a woman will get turned down than a guy.
Not true. Not true. It's a lot less likely that a woman get turned down for sex than a guy.
Well,
but not
again. That at least that's something.
No, but I'm just saying, if that's not what she after, if she's not after sex, if she's after something more, then the stakes are just as high for her. You know, especially when you got this whole mentality or this whole thing that you guys throw out there that men are hunters and we like to chase. And then now you saying, well, not really.
Well,
You know what I mean? I'm a lazy hunter.
well, I see. I think like I say, I think since y'all do the choosing, like I said, if we get chose, then we can turn on the charm and be a pursuer after that. But we want to know that you're attracted to us and that you see us as a viable suitor.
Why you don't think we like that?
Maybe let's change this verbiage up a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe we shouldn't say men like to be pursued. Men like to get a green light.
I would definitely agree with you on that. Yeah.
Because once she give you the green light, you can go in and do the pursuing, and you feel comfortable doing the pursuing. But she has to make herself available to that.
Absolutely.
She has to let you know.
Absolutely.
Y'all like to be okay, so let's just put it that way. Men like to be given a green light so they can pursue.
And I think this is just my informal survey I've done with women. Women think they're given the green light when, as a guy, we can't take that as being the green light.
You can't pick up clues.
Yeah.
You know what, Rob? Get your ass out the damn chat room. He over there in the chat room talking about something. That's correct. It strokes the man's ego. Chasing isn't
Lord.
Hang on. Keep your outbursts to yourself, little girl. Chasing isn't always literal. Giving the clues, the flirting, all of that makes a guy think you're already interested. Okay, so again, that's us giving you the green light, saying, "Come on, get it, daddy." That's what we're saying, basically. But you know, it's.
I got it.
Go ahead.
So when does the pursuit start? Because once we give you the green light, how do we know to give you the green light?
I mean, see, that's why somebody has someone has to become vulnerable enough to be turned down, though. You understand what I'm saying?
Somebody has to be vulnerable enough to do the pursuing. So
or open up the conversation. Or give whatever. Yeah, okay.
Well, I was gonna say, so if you are a man and you see a woman from across the room, you're gonna wait for that woman to come and say something to you to give you the green light before you go talk to her?
I mean, that's unless I am inebriated. Me. It's very unlikely that I would step out of my comfort zone and go across the room and holler at somebody.
You wouldn't send her a drink?
Huh?
You wouldn't send her a drink? I mean, because that's a way of opening the door.
I mean, yeah, I guess but I would at least like to get a eyelash bat or something like that just to know that, you know.
But if you inebriated, how you gonna know she blinking at you?
No. What I'm saying, if you're inebriated, then I'm a little more open. And what difference does it make? I can take the rejection however it falls at that point. But when I'm not inebriated, it for me, I'm just talking about for me.
Okay.
It can, be, I can take it as a hit. But I know guys who can line them up 1,000 at a time, and they're going to fire their gun 1,000 times. They don't ever run out of bullets. That's just not me.
Right. My homeboy once said, he's like, dating and meeting women or whatever, it's like playing baseball. You got to keep going up to bat. Sooner or later, you going to hit.
And I've talked to my buddies, and I have a really close friend of mine that is that way. And so whenever we would have these theoretical conversations about, going out and dating, he would say, hey, man, if you're going to start hollering, start at the 10s and then work your way down. So you wonder why. So ladies, you always wonder why the rowdiest guy in
you cannot move on.
Right.
He said start at the 10s and then work your way down.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
There's a methodology to this shit.
I mean, that's what he had.
Okay.
Yes.
Acceptable.
And hey, and sometimes he gets a 10 to bite. Sometimes, uh, sometimes, but I've seen nights when he's brought some threes and fours to the table. That because that's who came to the table. You know,
Well, here's
he
the thing.
didn't
If
want a
you
three or
pull a 10,
four.
it's easy to pull a 3, right? Because
I'm
here's the
not
thing.
saying
Once
he,
you pull a 10 that night, right? Say you pull a 10 that night and you get a 10 to bite, the threes are like easy, especially if you step. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna read some of the stuff that's in the chat room. They said that's when it starts. Make eye contact. You know that's when I'm interested. Not necessarily, because I like to look people in the eye, and there could be a lot of guys misunderstand me looking at them. You know, and I'm engaged in what you're saying, and a lot of times, since I can't hear, I read lips. So they really misunderstand my looking at their mouth and reading their eyes as I'm flirting or I'm trying to give some kind of signal when I'm really not. I'm just trying to understand what the hell you saying.
Oh my
So,
God.
I'm just saying, for me, I'm just saying, if you're a dude and you try to push up on me, don't automatically assume because I'm giving you eye contact or I'm looking at your mouth while you speaking that I'm sending out those signals. Don't automatically assume that because I'm really just trying to understand what the hell you're saying because I can't read. But speaking of they said the drink somehow starts it because the rejection isn't personal. The fact is most men are scared to be rejected, so are women. Especially seeing we have been groomed by society that a man is supposed to come after us. So, you know, we're at an impasse. Somebody's gonna have to give. So, like I said, if we change the verbiage and make it so that women give them a green light and then they'll go ahead and go for it, then okay, cool. But speaking of drinks, wait, well, did you have something you wanted to say?
Oh no, other than I'm
no,
thirsty.
Okay. All right. With that being said, it is time for our drink of the week. This show is going by so damn fast, and we got so many myths to cover, so we're going to have to keep it short this time, okay, when we come back from the drink of the week. I'm not even going to play this game and act like I'm going to tell y'all what the drink is about or what the name of it is. All I know is it looked real refreshing. It looked really, really refreshing. So, Cousin Chin, can you take this drink away for us, please, Mommy?
Hey everybody, tonight's drink of the week is a Gin Ricky. Tonight's drink of the week, we're going to use 1.5 ounces of gin, 1/2 ounce of fresh lime juice, and 2 ounces of club soda. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to pour the gin and the lime juice over ice in a chilled highball glass, top it with soda, then garnish with a lime wheel. And there you have it, a Gin Ricky. Alright guys, be safe, enjoy, drink responsibly. I'll see you next week.
Okay, she calls that a Gin Ricky. I don't know who Ricky is and how he got a drink,
But I got one.
but it looks awfully yummy. Awfully yummy. They said leave it to Chan. And now they're saying they're thirsty. Here's some other stuff that came through in terms of myths or whatever. And Sporty probably gonna get mad at me for this one, but I don't really care because this one was on my list. So Rocky, I need you back because I need to know this. So or Rob, somebody, I need a man because I'm about to put y'all on blast right now. Sporty like looking like which one is it gonna
You
be?
see it, you know I'm going through my list like which one she picking on?
All right, listen. You know how back in the day when you were younger, how brothers used to always say they didn't engage in cunnilingus, right? Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Let's take it a step further. Y'all quick to say how y'all have not or will not earn your Red Wings. And I just want to say, stop lying. Stop lying. Stop it. You can say that to your boys. You can say it to your mama. You can tell your Uncle Junebug that lie. But stop lying to us. Because we know y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't. Stop lying. You got your wings. You got your wings.
Now they
You
don't
got
have. Ask him, do he even know what that means?
Rocky.
What is that? That means that you will have sex while she's on her period.
Yeah.
Will
Yeah.
Y'all be
you?
lying. Y'all be lying.
Like I said, I told y'all before, I don't have no problem creating a crime scene at all.
Oh God, he
Oh
did say that. Oh God.
No problem at all. It's,
Oh.
uh,
Let's
sometimes,
take a poll in chat. Fellas, I see y'all in there. Y'all done got real quiet. Crickets, crickets, crickets.
No movement.
It
cause,
came to a screeching halt in the chat room.
hey, put it like this here. Ain't nothing in there and don't nothing come out of there that you can't wash out. I'm just gonna tell you.
Tell them. Don't tell me. Because I already know you mofos do.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying that publicly, y'all will say that y'all won't. You turn your nose up. You act a little crazy, in public when y'all talking about it or whatever. But they said, tell it, Brother Rocky. I
Rob
will.
said he will.
I have it. I will again. I'm just saying. They be lying.
I mean,
That is so gross.
some things people it ain't politically correct to say, but every woman has had that occasion where a guy has pressured them to go on, and every woman has felt the urge while she is on her cycle.
Pressured? What are we, 15? You can't pressure a grown woman to have sex, period and no period. Other than that, that's rape.
Come on. I mean, all right. So everybody, all y'all women done played the I don't want to fuck, but I really want to fuck game. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So that's just the game that I
Not
done
as an
played.
adult. Not as an
Oh,
adult. I never.
okay.
Not as
I
an
can go with
adult.
that. I can go with that. Okay.
No, and it's just my personal preference. I mean, it has to be, and as yucky as this is, it has to be like the last day, shower time, and that's about the only time you can do that with me. I prefer to give head while I'm on my cycle. It relaxes
Hey,
my cramps and keeps me comfortable.
You want
So
it? Come get it.
I'm not.
I don't give a rat's ass. Plus, look, now they got the Diva Cup, ladies. So if you are on your cycle, all you have to do is insert the Diva Cup. It'll hold everything. He doesn't feel it. And boom, bang, boom. It's no crime scene.
man, it ain't that bad. Just make sure you
You ain't
have
got to
some.
convince me, Rocky. Let's move on. You
Yeah.
ain't got to convince me.
The first time I did it, made me have cramps, so I didn't do it no more.
All right. Everybody's body is different and but I'm just saying, y'all need to stop lying. Talking about y'all don't do that. And I
First
know
time
y'all
I
do.
did it, I busted a nut, and I was a
TMI,
fan of it all after then. I
TMI,
mean,
Rocky.
I was convinced.
TMI, Rocky.
I'm just
All right,
saying.
let me throw this one out there. You know how men always talk about how women can't drive and y'all better drivers and all that. That's a myth out there. Well, let me put this myth, this whole idea together to rest. Statistically, men are not better drivers. And the reason why statistically men are not better drivers is because men are more likely to get into accidents and kill themselves than other people because y'all speed more, y'all drive drunk more, y'all run stop signs, and y'all crash twice as often as women. And it also because men are naturally risk takers. So with that being said, you guys are more prone to be worse drivers than women.
Plus,
Just
they
want to
don't
put
know where the fuck they going.
I mean,
just
matter of fact, I'm one of those guys that I prefer to be driven around. So yeah, y'all always a better driver than I am.
I'm a designated driver.
KiKi, she like to be driven around too.
I do like to be driven
But
around.
she was a great chauffeur when they came to Dallas. They were out. She was an outstanding chauffeur. Matter of fact, I would hire her Word for
Y'all
that.
must have been drinking.
They were drunk as hell.
There it is, right there.
They were feeling no pain. They were drinking and sitting. So you know when you stand up, that's when it all comes in. So let's move on. And now they talking about, and y'all probably looking at some booty. That's why y'all are bad drivers. Here's something else, a myth, and then I'll get Sporty to jump in there too. But another myth is that women want to settle down and have children versus having independence and kind of having their freedom. The myth is that we want to settle down and have kids. Now, here's what the statistics show. That men were more into settling down than women. That men are quicker than women to fall in love and want children across the board. 54% of men and only 44% of women report experiencing love at first sight. And single guys without children reported wanted children at a higher rate than women in their same age bracket. 77% of women crave independence in a relationship as opposed to 58% of men. Right? And they're saying that 35% of women versus 23% of men consider regular nights out with their friends very important.
Say that one again.
35% of women versus 23% of men consider that having those regular nights out with their friends important.
Okay, gotcha.
But
so basically,
hey,
we ain't into that shit no more.
Did you address? I didn't see the survey. The survey didn't ask how many women play like they want to settle down versus.
That wasn't a question on the survey. That was not a question on the survey. Because if we were just to, I don't know who they were surveying. Because in my experience, that's been some monkey ball bullshit. I'm just gonna say it's more the question of how many men are faking like they want a relationship so they can get some ass.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I'm just saying.
I think there are two things going on. I think women try to fit themselves in some type of traditional mold to make a guy feel comfortable with them.
Because that's what y'all put out there, because y'all send out mixed signals on a lot of times, Rocky. Y'all will say I want a simple woman, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna address, how guys kind of view settling down versus how women kind of view settling down.
Go ahead.
A lot of times, and I'm speaking from personal experience here, a guy looks at settling down, having a stable life, having a woman being introduced to their life, kind of settles their circumstances down, calms them down, gives them some stability. I think a woman generally doesn't think of settling down in that same way. I think she thinks of it as adding a partner to her life. They're very different in that men don't necessarily want a partnership. He just wants to change his lifestyle somewhat, whereas a woman really takes on a partner to live the rest of her life with. There is a difference there.
So we want somebody to do it with, and y'all want somebody to do it for.
For or do the things that we don't want to do.
What?
Cook, clean, have a baby.
Sporty look like she. What's that look for, Sporty?
Because after he started to talk, it made me think about a conversation I had earlier, and I will say that made sense to me.
So women, and this is.
Hold on. I want to tell you what this comment in the chat says. It said, men want a commitment. They just want the flexibility to fuck up sometimes.
I don't think we plan to fuck up, but we're human. Women are human as well, so.
Okay, so I gotta ask you a question. Oh shit! I'll ask my question after Chan handles her business.
No, I was just wondering who said that, Rob?
Let me look for.
Listen, Linda.
Yes, yes,
We're not
Linda.
gonna make this the battle of Chan and Rob. That's not what we about to do, War of Roses. So
Bye.
But
yeah,
Rob did say it.
because you know if Rob gets talking, you gonna be like, "Can you get out for me? Can you get out for me?" Let it go. Go ahead, Sporty.
So let me ask this question. Rob makes the comment, men want to have the ability to fuck up. But when the woman fucks up, they ready to walk out the door, pack their shit. They can't forgive them because how could you? But they expect us to take them back and forgive them, and it was just a mistake and it didn't mean nothing. So how you gonna have that damn double standard bullshit like that? That's some bullshit to me.
I mean, I
Right.
just think, again, I don't think people plan to fuck up. I just think shit happens, and each relationship has to determine how they're going to deal with things such as infidelity and betrayal. Every relationship is different. So,
Right.
and so I'm not saying that nobody owes anybody forgiveness after they've been deceived or betrayed. Nobody owes anybody forgiveness. But if once you forgive somebody, I would say if I fucked up, I would like to be really forgiven and not have it brought up every other motherfucking day. You
Well, I mean,
know.
if it's brought up every other day, then
It is
it's
not.
not. They haven't forgiven
Well,
it. They haven't forgiven. I mean, I like to say to women all the time, and that we need to move on to some of these other myths. Is that, stop doing that. If you go to follow your sword and take the L and take him back, you need to just go ahead and sweep that shit out the back door, go on about your business, and give them a clean slate. Now, am I saying be stupid and not pay attention to signs and symbols that you might be getting along the way? Absolutely not. But to constantly throw that back up in his face, then that kind of puts him in a position where he's like, well, shit, she don't trust me no goddamn way. Why don't I just, or I'm tired of hearing this shit all the time. Let me get the fuck out of here. So again, let's just move on with that. Forty, did you want to bring one up?
Yes, girl. Here is
Okay,
one
go for it.
that makes me laugh hysterically. Big feet equal big penis. Flies and garbage. I've seen it myself. It ain't true.
I know of an anomaly, but I ain't gonna say no names. But
I wear a
I
size
mean,
30.
I've seen some of it where it works out in that favor, where they have a big foot and they have a big penis. But I have seen some 13, 14 foot motherfuckers, they shit ain't no bigger than a 6. Do you hear me?
did they have a circumcision problem? Does there a problem during circumcision?
Well, I don't know if they cut off a lot more than they turtleneck or whatever.
Yeah.
But let me just tell you, there are some people out there lying, false flagging on their penis.
Well, I mean,
You know what? I gotta get on cousin Chan there in the chat room. She talked too goddamn much. I said I ain't saying no names, and then she go post it in the chat. Anywho,
Oh, I was finna say about him too. Yeah, everybody know he got a little one. He should have quit spreading it around.
hey, what does him spreading around got to do with whether that everybody knows, or that's you make it sound like that's why it's small.
No, they know it's small because they've seen it.
Oh, okay. All right. Here's one that came in. Myth: men don't listen to women.
absolutely.
They listen.
Let me say this, ladies and gentlemen. I did a video on Facebook a little while ago, and it was about the 3 F's. But in that conversation that I had with you, Sporty, online when we had Facebook mentions and FaceTime at the same time, I said you need to be concerned. Men tune out every 15 seconds. So get the important shit in 15 seconds and then let the other shit go. Then every 15 seconds, they tune out. They don't hear. But scientifically, let's be clear. The male brain actually has a harder time processing the female voice versus the male voice. So if you feel like you're not being heard and he ain't listening to you, that's probably why. Now, guys, that's not an excuse for you to be like, oh, I didn't hear you. It's biology. Biology, I can't hear you. You know what I mean? That's not an excuse, but that is something. So stop talking so much. Get it in a short amount of time.
Well,
I
I
think that's
believe.
excellent advice, KiKi. I think that is excellent advice, and so I'm glad there's some science behind um, your advice, because one of the things I think women do, and I think they do it subconsciously, is that they flower up or down whatever they're trying to really say, depending on who you are and how they want you to feel about something. I can already tell when Keisha wants me to agree with her because of how it's presented. And then
Okay.
when I don't, I'm not listening. Um, again, I think that's just how women are taught to, especially in circumstances and situations where a woman really respects your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
She really wants you to validate what she thinks or what she believes. She can put it on pretty thick, and sometime in putting it on pretty thick, the point gets lost in that.
Right. You guys are like, get to the point. You guys are very pragmatic. It's one of those things, stick to the facts. You know, you guys are black and white. We're a kaleidoscope. You know what I mean? It's like, is this or that? And with us, it's like, oh, yeah, but then, blah, blah, blah. One way that you can ask a man how was his day, he'll be saying it's fine, it was good, I'm tired, whatever, right? Long day, whatever. You ask a woman how was her day, she gonna tell you every fucking thing from the time she got up, what she ate, the bitch in the cubicle across the thing from her, how she got a run in her pantyhose. She gonna tell you all that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. How was your day, good or bad? Productive, not productive. You know what I mean? So again, ladies, just stick to the facts. If you really want him to hear what you're saying, stick to the facts.
And you know
Or,
what? The other
or
thing I noticed, Kiki, is that they really do pay attention to what you say, because on many occasions I have had, we'll just call him Mr. come back and say, well, you said on such and such day that you wanted this, 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 and this is how you wanted it done. This is what you asked me to do. So I did this, and now you telling me this, this, and this. So they listen to what you say. They just, retain it for when it works for them. So they are listening.
well, one thing I will, and women can use this as a strategy. And I know that from dealing with you guys, you guys have, whether this is a strategy or you guys just do it as a practice, you guys are going to state your business, and then we can debate and look at the logic behind it afterwards. We're not going to present all the, you guys don't present all the logic and then state your position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say state your business, how you feel about it, and then once we get into a healthy debate about this versus that, then you have our ear. But before before you said something that is definitive, you shouldn't do all the coloring and the shaping that
Yeah.
some people do when they're trying to state their business.
I told my ex a long time ago, he was tired, we were having a conversation, and he was, just kind of milling about it. I'm like, just spit it out. He was like, well, I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase it. Just say it, and we can figure out the other shit later. You know what I mean? Because if I don't understand, I'm like, well, what do you mean? If I'm like, what the fuck? Then you like, I didn't mean it that way. What I meant was to try to say it this way. And we move on. So, yeah, it cuts out a lot of that bullshit. Because, it get lost in the shuffle. I can't read
But
between the lines.
also, KiKi, how a man, and as men, this is another thing. I'll add to that. How we respond or how we communicate to women, a lot of times dictate how well it's received by you guys as well. So, you know, tone of voice, inflection, all that kind of stuff. And so communication can get broken down on both parts based on how we respond.
Well, yeah. And that also goes to when we go do our show about relationship building blocks. It goes into understanding their communication style, the person that you're with. So a lot of that confusion can be avoided if you understand that if you're dating me, I'm a direct person. I'm not going around the mulberry bush, right? I'm not gonna be like, well, you know, I really enjoy spending time with. No, you know what? I like you. That's what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Don't do that shit no more because of blah blah blah. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. You know, it really hurt my feelings when you. No, I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? I'm a very direct person. So you trying to be colorful with me, you trying to be poetic and symbolic, it's gonna go right over my head. I'm gonna miss it. Just like, bitch, let's fuck. Okay, don't be trying to do all that schmoozing. I ain't gonna miss all that. I'm gonna miss it. All right. Here's one. Speaking of talking, one of the myths that came up is that women talk more than men. That we talk way too much. That used to be true, ladies and gentlemen. There was a time when women would pretty much, on average, utter 20,000 words a day, opposed to men uttering 14,000 words a day. Right?
20,000?
14,000 and 20,000.
For us, 20,000?
Yes. That was a while ago. Studies have now shown that men have picked up the slack. We are now pretty much neck and neck at 16,000 words per day.
What I think
the difference, hold on. What I think the difference is, it is the quality of words that are being spoken that makes the difference in terms of how we view somebody talking too much. If somebody talking about a whole bunch of shit you don't want to hear, it's too much, right? But if they talk about something you want to hear, then it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Rocky.
Well, this is what I will say. If you text a woman how she's doing, and she gives you that long 2-paragraph ass answer, that's the clue that I'm not gonna text your ass back again. Cause I believe that I'm gonna call you rather than try to tell you all the shit you told me in a text. So ladies, if you gotta say all that shit to him, call him, please. You know, just
and you don't have to tell him all that shit. If he asks you how your day, it's fine. I'm tired. Whatever. Keep it succinct. Keep it succinct.
Well, yeah.
Save the words for the shit that matters.
Yeah. Now I don't have that issue with my wife, but I have friends that sometimes I'm just saying, hey, what's up? What's going on? And they give me this whole life journal that, you know, I'm like, oh, so how am I supposed to respond to any of this? You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So anyway.
They're saying men say, of course we pay attention. They said, we hear you. We just don't always say anything because that will drag the shit out. And they're saying, damn, about the 20,000 words. And they're saying about the men who now you guys are picking up the slack. Rob is saying that's because all of these sensitive motherfuckers now.
Rob. Now I'm gonna get on Rob. He's stereotyping there. I just think this generation of men are better communicators. I just think we're better communicators.
I don't know if they're better. I just think they're more. I think because think about where we are socially. I think that it is now socially more acceptable for men to be vocal. Because back in the day, the mentality was, you know, speak light, speak softly, and carry a big stick. Man, a few words, and all that other stuff. You know, all those little things where it was like you don't have to say a lot, but when you do say something, it's profound. Right now, y'all can say whatever the hell y'all want to say. Right. You know, and nobody's gonna be like, you know, none.
Because I'm not really, you know, we're not really like. Anyway, I'm just saying we're not really talking about sensitive shit when we sitting around talking. We talking about politics, sports, whatever. So, I mean, I mean that men just talk more and we're better communicators. I think as a culture.
Wait, you said y'all are better communicators
than the previous generation of men.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm like the things that me and my daughter talk about. I don't know that in the previous generation it was about that, you know.
Well, you have to think about socialization, and you have to think about those things. Was it acceptable to have those types of conversations? Right. Let's think about the fact, were men even available to have those conversations with their daughters? Because you got, you know, you have to think about the A lot of men now are working for themselves, or they're working from home, or they're doing all these other, so you have that extra time to be able to have those conversations. But when you had a man who works 16, 18 hours a day at the Ford plant, he ain't had no goddamn time to come home and talk to his damn daughter. You know what I mean? He's trying to go to sleep so he can get up and go work and work 18 more damn hours. You know, so I think that society has lended itself to that conversation to be more open for men. Sporty, you have one before I throw out some more that came in before, because time is
Absolutely. It's going by really quick, isn't it? I found this one to be very interesting. All men can orgasm easy.
You
And
said
that
what?
the myth is that all men can orgasm easily. And it's not true. Study shows, and I love this part. Study shows that some guys take longer, not because they don't know what they're doing or that the woman is doing something wrong, but they have something called delayed ejaculation. And what that means is it's, it's hard and it's working and it's doing its thing. It just takes its own sweet time, and it's not going to explode until it's ready. So there is a technical medical term for delayed ejaculation. Some men, it takes longer than others to, do their thing.
How about he just know how to control his dick? No, just kidding. He ain't no 1 minute man. How about that? Why we gotta have a medical term for a motherfucker who know how to hold his
I
load?
don't care what they call it.
How
They
about,
call it as long
how about
as they
he
want
rubbed
to.
one out before you got there, so it wasn't the
Yeah.
first shot, it was the second shot.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying.
But
I'm just
they
saying.
had to have a medical term.
Who
for
been
it.
giving up the game? Somebody's been giving up the game.
What you talking about?
About the.
Oh,
what
about
you
rubbing
just
one
said,
out before you get there?
That's
Yeah,
what
Ain't
I'm
nobody
somebody
had
saying.
to tell me that. Shit. Ain't nobody had to look, y'all always say I'm a boy in girls' clothing. Y'all always say that.
Well, Kiki, here go your next quote from me. You either rub it out or I'm gonna suck it out. Then we can get to business.
If I had on pearls, I clutched them.
There's your new quote, okay?
Woo, you can rub it
Well,
out or I'm gonna suck it out. Okay. Can somebody hashtag that and tweet it, please?
hey, I'm in favor of both of them.
Can you do a little bit of both? Can you mix it up?
Sure.
Can you use a little corkscrew? You know.
Now,
I'm just
now
saying.
I'll say this about the whole men orgasm. Like I say, I've never experienced anybody else's male orgasm than mine. But my point is that generally speaking, whenever it happens when it's supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's quick and sometimes it's not. So I mean.
That's why y'all gotta learn how to recirculate your sexual energy so you can orgasm when you want to. Because again, remember guys, I done already told y'all, orgasm and ejaculation aren't two part and parcel. You can do one without the other. You can have, so just so y'all know.
I like to do them together. That's my personal opinion.
Felicia in chat room said we'll masturbate before a date if we don't want to give up the goods.
Yeah, this is true too.
What does that do?
That keeps the urge down. That tampers the urge. It makes it easier to say no for some women.
This is true.
Not me, but some women. Because if I want to give it up, I'm gonna give it up. Ain't nothing, no masturbation, because that still ain't the same. It doesn't replace the actual sensation for me. So
my question would be, why go out with a guy that you have to plan to say no with?
Because if it's date number 1 and you already had this mental course with him, and you're attempting, because there are a lot of women who will play hard to get, right? So they're like thinking, oh, if I sleep with him on the first day, he's not going to be interested in this, that, and the other. So they're playing the game that has been laid before, generations before, right? Good girls don't, bad girls do, right? And so she wants to make an impression on you, and so she won't do it. Yeah, go ahead. Time out.
Hey, it's a lot of married women that gave the pussy up on the first night. Excuse me, gave the sex.
I know that, but I'm saying there are a lot of women who still subscribe to that school of thought. I'm just letting you know.
If the chemistry's there, the energy's
And then
there.
sometimes you don't want to give it to a motherfucker because you know you got that good. And if you give it to him on the first time, that motherfucker gonna be looking for you in the daylight with a flashlight. Sometimes you have to do it to save them from themselves. I'm just saying.
Can I get a virtual high five?
Sometimes you got to save them from themselves. You got to. I'm just saying. Sometimes it happens that way. You don't want.
Okay.
I'm telling you. You to
Real
keep you
talk.
from having puppies. You know, little puppies chasing you around, sniffing at your heels. Sometimes you have to do that. I'm just saying. And you
Okay.
know what?
I mean, it's all good. I think guys that are well adjusted and are balanced, emotionally,
Nope.
don't look for women in
Nope.
the daylight with flashlights.
Lies and
Nope.
garbage, boo.
Nope.
Okay, I guess.
Nope.
I
Nope.
mean,
Here again, you know, that's a myth too. You know, you got these guys out here talking about some, you know, I'm secure, I'm this, I'm that. I ain't finna stalk no chick. There ain't no P good enough for that. Da 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 da.
I mean, I don't.
Bad to the
I mean,
eye.
hey, will any guy in the chat room tell me about why you stalked a woman, and was it because of her sexual prowess?
It wasn't because she made a good Salisbury steak.
Really wasn't hard.
Hey, I need a stalker to come in the chat room or log in to tell us about.
Y'all talk about this sex. I'm having a hot flash. Woo, cheers.
I thought it was just me because I sure just got warm. Not warm, but warm.
Right. Okay, here's some more because we don't have a whole lot of time. Oh, Chan, this was for you. What?
Rob said we ain't stalking no ass. That's what Rob said.
Okay. Okay. Well, what you stalking her for?
Right.
What do men stalk women for?
I mean, I don't know. I don't believe.
Coming from a victim of stalking, or I should say a survivor of a stalker.
Hello.
Yeah. I'm sure there were a lot of things that play, but I don't think that was missing from the equation. Let's just put it that way. All right, let's say this. Chan, this was for you. You could jump in here and tell me if you think this is true or false, mythical or factual. Men can drink more than women.
That was for me.
Yes.
Can men drink more than women? I don't know. I don't think they. I think it's about even. It all depends on what your skill level is. Drinking is a sport. You gotta get your game. Not everybody is as talented as everybody else.
Come on, hashtag that one. Drinking is a sport. Okay. Like Rocky said, hashtag fucking is a recreational.
Sport.
Remember y'all, he said that. Anyway, all right. So let me tell y'all what it says. A survey found that women absorb about 30% more alcohol into their bloodstream than men do, which means that we are unable to ingest as much alcohol as a man, not just because of our body, our fat to water ratio in our body, but women lack a crucial component in our livers that's called I forgot how to say it, dehydrogenase or something like that, right? Dehydrogenase. And what that does is that breaks down the alcohol in our stomach. And because of that, we are unable. That's why women get sloppy drunk faster. Y'all might have had the same amount of drinks at the same amount of time, ate the same amount of food, and whatever. And it's not necessarily because he's bigger than you or he carries more muscle than you. It's just because your body will not, process it at the same level as a man's will. Again, we're not arguing for the exception. We're talking about the rule.
I got a whole team of motherfuckers that can drink most men underneath the table.
Well,
We're not talking
saying,
about the exceptions.
hey,
We're not talking about people who are predisposed to alcoholism. We're not talking about people who've been drinking since
hey,
they were
hey,
in sippy cups.
Okay. All
when
right.
you walking around with that extra liver on your back, so
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, did he talk about
oh,
like that?
okay. All right. All right. You got me. I'm going back on mute. I'll mute myself.
If
Ooh.
I were president. Boop, bop, bop.
you know.
If I were president. All right.
Hey,
Great job,
some people
Rocky.
may call it an ass, but it's really an extra liver. You know.
Hell no. I quit.
Yes. So, ladies, don't be discouraged and don't think that people are being chauvinistic because of that. It very well may be that you lack that that enzyme that will help you to break down that liver. Okay. All righty. Sporty.
Don't drink with Chan. Hashtag that.
We can have.
Okay, here's one that definitely needs to be gotten rid of, and that is a woman's place is in the home. That is a complete and utter myth.
Yeah, a woman's place is wherever she wants to be. That's where a woman's place is. So, hey.
I'm
People
just gonna leave
believe,
that alone because that didn't even register in my brain.
oh well, because your place is not in the home.
Hey, what about the myth that women are better parents?
Well,
I think it
I
takes
don't know no studies about that one.
mm,
I can only speak from what I've seen. I think that is subjective. I think that can be subjective.
Well,
Um,
anecdotally speaking, my mother was much better than my father, but I know people who had mothers who were not as good as their fathers. So,
yeah, I
um,
mean it could go either way depending on the circumstance.
I
It
think
could
so
go.
too.
Here's another one. It says that that women gossip more than men. Lies and garbage. Y'all
mm.
gossip like women, and sometimes even worse.
well,
Yes.
well, see, here's the deal, man. I think to I don't deal in gossip, so I don't really know how much guys gossip. Matter of fact, if there's a guy who likes to talk about another man's business, then I really don't like having that conversation. We're not gonna sit around and talk about what Rob is going through. That's not me and my homies. We're not gonna do that.
But y'all sit around and talk about Chan shit all day. It's still gossip.
I mean, we're not talking about Chan like that though.
No, no, no. I don't mean in that term. I'm just threw her name out there. Okay, let's just say Susie. Y'all talk about Susie fucked up shit. She had 15 dudes running up and through there and da 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 da. Y'all will gossip. Yes, you will. Don't try to take it back. Y'all do it.
Not grown ass men, man. We don't.
Yes, grown ass men
Oh,
do it.
please. Have you
Y'all
been
do
to
it.
a
Oh
barbershop
no.
lately?
Yeah, that's
Who
what I'm saying.
me?
I done sat in the barbershop.
I
Exactly.
I mean, but yeah, there are guys that do that gossip. Hey, there, everybody knows that guy that. Rob, come here, man. Let me tell you something. I don't get down with him. I'm gonna hurry up and leave. Hey man, I gotta run. We not finna
It's
talk about that. So
y'all
I don't know how
gossip, dude.
people.
I know you have an aversion to hearing that because it's been, historically something that
Key,
has been a
Key,
hat that women had to
you didn't have
wear.
any
But the
conversation
reality
with me.
is,
You didn't
huh?
have a lot of conversation. How many times do we sit up? We may sit up and
But we
talk
don't
about.
do that. That's just us. But that's not the nature of us, who we are. But I'm
Oh man.
saying we're not arguing for the exceptions. We're talking about the rule.
All right. Cause like I say, I like talking about firsthand experiences. I don't like talking about what somebody else did. I like talking about my shit and your shit.
Uh, Rob said in today's, in terms of the woman is placing in home, in today's world, nobody has a place. People belong where they belong. He said barbershop talk, basketball talk, back to those sensitive motherfuckers drinking while watching the game, fight night talk. Y'all, I might tell Rocky you don't want none of that, but I'm not getting into details.
Hey, now, as a guy, that will come up. Now we will give each other the. I won't go into details. I may just say, bro, that may be a problem.
So you'll get a T.
Huh?
You'll give the T on that one.
If he my people's, yeah, I'm gonna give him something that he should heed. I'm not gonna give him details like Rob said, but I'm gonna say, hey man, that's gonna be a problem. If
so
you do that. Well, I mean, you can take it.
I need a flag to throw on this play because I know that's some bullshit. Now, I'm not talking about you specifically, Rocky, or you specifically, Rob, but I'm saying guys in general.
Oh no, guys talk under women's skirt all the time. Absolutely.
Yeah, y'all do.
And they lie about it. They will lie about it. So don't get me wrong. I know that. I know that. But what I'm saying is, personally, I don't think there's no value in me divulging details about an experience I had with another woman. If I think enough of you to give you a warning, then that's all I should have to say. I shouldn't have to divulge details about how I know what I know.
Well, I'm not saying that you have to tell why you know what you know, but the fact that you telling what you know, that's still gossip.
Okay.
Because it ain't your business to tell. So you telling somebody else's business is gossip.
If you got people that you care about, man,
you can rationalize it any way you want to. Right. You can cloak it under whatever name you want to cloak it under. It's still freaking
So if you anyway, y'all the two that we done talked about that if y'all have said, hey, you to give them a heads up if they done, y'all not gonna knock on the same door, so y'all will give each other the heads up, so make sure don't nobody end up knocking on the same door.
Well, we'll ask. Here's the thing, though. If me and Chan are out, or me and Sporty out, or whatever, and I see somebody or whatever, and she knows them, because you'll speak to somebody when she come back over to me, or after he done walked away from her introducing, I'm like this. Is that you, dog? That's her business to tell. And she'll be like, oh yeah, man, and I mean, I'll be like, oh, okay.
No, but I'm talking about I'm not talking about I'm talking about when she trying to climb a tree that you done already climbed, you gotta how do you step to her about
We've had the conversation already. That's what she's telling you. We already know. Let's just say you in a bar, Rocky, okay? And me and Keisha walk into this bar. And Keisha, and I'm looking at him like, oh, he is fine. Keisha be like, I'm hollering at that already. I'm off. At that moment, you become the ugliest thing in the room. You don't exist anymore.
Okay. What's the difference? What's the difference?
Because she's telling me her business versus me saying, KiKi, me and Keisha was at a club and I saw this dude named Rocky. But when I looked at Rocky, Keisha was like, that's mine. Now that's gossiping. Me and Keisha having that conversation, that's Keisha telling me her business. That is not gossip.
Now here's the thing. I don't have to necessarily go into detail, tell him how long it is and what the girth is and if he's short stroke or long stroke. I don't have to go into all of that.
Right.
But I can say I don't even have to tell her if he's circumcised or not. But if she know me, she already pretty much know the answer to that. Right. But again, I'm saying to her, look, but y'all do gossip. That's the thing. I don't even want to
yeah. I'm just saying, a lot of guys, there's a lot of, bitch-made motherfuckers out there that do a lot of talking.
For those of you guys who are joining us on Facebook mentions, I know the people on YouTube are like, "Oh, you looking at?" I'm talking to the people on Facebook mentions. Hey, y'all, we are talking about myth busting. We're talking about the men versus women, battle of the sexes, and we're breaking down some myths. We done talked about whether men gossip. We done talked about whether men actually earn their red wings or not. We even know they be lying, talk about they don't. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff. So if you want to join us on Facebook, on YouTube, by all means, come on in, be a part of the conversation. I will post the link so that y'all can see. Y'all can join us. Give me just a moment. Let me do that. Let's see here. And also, you can post to our our Twitter at PDA underscore Ms.KiKi, PDA underscore Ms.KiKi, and we'll get that on there. Porty, give us another myth.
Another myth. Another myth is women enjoy being bossed around by men.
In the bedroom.
With our clothes off only.
What did I post the other day on Twitter? I don't like being told what to do unless I'm naked.
You surely did say that. Yeah. We do not like being bossed around and told what to do in a derogatory manner unless we are naked. With my clothes off, you can say what you want to me. You can call me what you want. You can give me all kinds of instructions and call me dirty, whatever. But once my clothes are back on, watch your tone. That's all I'm saying.
Rocky taking, he's like, okay. Okay.
I'm just generally careful with my language toward women. History has taught me to be careful with my language toward women, period. So
you call me a nasty motherfucker in front of 300,000 people.
Come on, man. You know that was.
He didn't have to say it. They already knew it. He was just confirming.
Yeah, I mean that's the truth.
Didn't you just say hashtag either you rub it out or I suck it out? Did you say that? Okay, so you think that there's a problem with him saying just for the record, I support is a nasty motherfucker. No, you said it yourself. You know. Here's a couple other things before we get into our AskPDA letter. One thing, I know this seems really minor, but this is something that I was actually I thought was interesting. One of the myths is that women don't have Adam's apples. Remember how we talk about the whole transgender thing, and people talk about or transvestites, and people, talk about them, and they're like, look for the Adam's apple. Well, that's another myth that's out there that's not true, right? They've done a lot of studies, and biologically, yes, women do have them. They're just more, men's are just more prominent, and what basically that Adam's apple thing is that we call it or whatever. It's basically thyroid cartilage. And everybody has it. And the reason why men's are bigger than women's is due to testosterone. So just thought I'd let y'all know. So if that's what you use in the gauge, whether it's a man or a woman, when you're trying to roll up on them, and you stop using that as your measuring stick. Furthermore, if you have to try to guess, is that a man or a woman, that's an indicator to leave that bitch alone. Whoever it is, if you got to think for a second, is that a man or is that a woman? Right? Just leave it alone. Safest bet you could ever do is just not to mess with it. I'm just saying.
You just don't care.
Yeah, unless you into that. And if you into that, fine. You'll be nice surprise to have a Jack in the Box.
I'm going to leave that alone, Kiki. I'm going to leave that alone.
I'm just saying.
I like that, Jack in the Box. That's hilarious to me.
It's a Jack in the Box. You know what happens with a Jack in the Box? Give us another one. I know these people on Facebook mentions are like, what the hell did I just turn on? We talk about myth busting, males versus females. Go ahead, Sporty.
That men are healthier than women. Now, that I think that is, as we've been saying earlier, that is really subjective to how you take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's a matter of how you deal with your physical health, your mental health, all the way around. Period. I think it's 50-50 to me, but I've heard people say it, and I saw it written in a few different articles that men are healthier than women are, and that's not necessarily true.
How's that possible if their lifespan is shorter than ours?
That's the other thing I was going to, bring up, because, depending on what they're doing with themselves, and, like men's, I looked at how their cholesterol levels are usually higher than women's cholesterol levels. They're more prone to have hypertension,
Yeah,
because
but we lead the pack in heart disease, though.
yes, we do lead the pack in heart disease, but they stress out more than we
I'm
do.
gonna tell
They're
y'all
the
something.
cause of stress.
I'm gonna share a little secret with y'all. If you follow me on Instagram, and I'm looking over here to you guys on Facebook, bitches, and to you guys over here on YouTube. If you follow me on Instagram at KiKi Richardson, I gave y'all a short list of health benefits that have to do with sex.
At 12:53 today, you sure did.
And health disease can be lessened if you're having sex. Why? Because you are releasing, you are letting that blood get to flowing, and you're opening up those arteries. Those endorphins are getting in there and working and stuff. Also, it's good for decreasing prostate cancer and improving prostate health, because you are getting that activity going. So make sure that you are having enough sex. It's good for your skin. I'm just saying.
Indeed.
It's good for your hair. It's good for your nails. It's good for your teeth. Semen has so much protein, and it is really good for you. And it's good for you for a reason, ladies, because it is supposed to be absorbed by you. So it should be good for you. Now, I'm not arguing for the exception of those of you guys who are allergic to semen, because there are women who are allergic to semen. But I'm just saying, there are so many health benefits. So many health benefits. It's a pain reliever. Helps with migraine. The natural analgesic. I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
It helps with my cramps. That's why I like giving head when it's that time of the month. It works.
That's giving oral sex. I'm talking about actual penetration.
Well, I mean, I still swallow.
Because he gets the benefit.
Some kind of way.
He gets the benefit of you filleting him.
Just having a human pacifier that makes me happy. That's all. Tastes great, less filling.
All right. What happened to Rocky? Who the hell told him he could go somewhere?
I don't know. Maybe Keisha. Get your butt back in here.
Get your ass back in here. Okay, Sporty, you got one more? Or Rocky, you got one more? Anybody in the chat room have a myth they want us to discuss before we do our second Ask PDA letter? We did one in the beginning of the show that was quite a doozy, and I'm not going to follow it with no dud, so you got to know. So share this with your... Okay, hang on, Rocky. Share this with your friends. Share this with your friends. You on Facebook mentions, and for those of you guys here on YouTube, share it, tweet it, Facebook it, Tumblr it, Pinterest it, Blogger it. Do whatever you got to do with it. Share it, because we're gonna do our ASPDA letter in just a second. Go ahead, Rocky.
I was just gonna say, this comes from a previous show, and the myth is, you're not gay if all you date is transsexual men.
That still bothers you to this day. We did that show 3-4 years ago, and that still bothers you, Rocky? And Chad is hollering out loud right now. That still bothers you, Rocky?
It bothers me that he didn't think he was gay.
Well, I wouldn't say that he's gay, but he's just definitely not straight.
Go.
But again, that's where the outrage lied with you guys. Talk about some, oh no, so if you, oh my God, if you guys missed that show that we had the transgender females on the show, y'all missed a good show. I wish that was back in the day when we did video, but we didn't. That was completely audio.
I wish that was. Oh, Rocky would have been priceless.
I'm
Yeah,
glad.
Rocky Side, everybody. Their faces. James, everybody.
They
Woo,
were just floored, all of
yeah,
them.
yeah.
We're
All
like,
right, so
what?
yeah,
They gonna have to go back and listen to that show. Oh
yeah,
my God.
y'all gotta go back and check out our transgender show. If y'all ask me for, if y'all send me a message, I'll go ahead and post the audio clip for y'all to listen to. But that show was a humdinger. It is that part of the show where it's time for us to do our Ask PDA letter, guys. Let me go ahead and play this disclaimer so we can get this done. Rocky, you need to get your butt back on camera.
I will.
And let me go ahead and play this disclaimer because I don't want y'all trying to sue me because somebody might get some shitty advice. Or they might get some good advice and you just carried it out in a shitty way. All right, here's the disclaimer.
At some point, you will be offended by something said on our show, but Playing Devil's Advocate is meant to be a forum for open, honest, and more importantly, judgment-free dialogue. The opinions expressed here may not necessarily be those of our hosts or the show in general, but we're willing to have the uncomfortable conversation so that we can heal and find solutions for our listeners and quite possibly ourselves. Enjoy the rest of the show.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right, today's Ask PDA letter is being brought to you by our producer's Drink of the Week. If you have not had an opportunity to check out Jen Ricky, you can go to facebook.com/playing devil's advocate, click on the link, try out the drink, and let Cousin Chan know what you think. Don't forget to let her know. Take video, pictures, do whatever you got to do. Here's the letter. Dear PDA, I've been seeing this guy super low-key for about a year. He got a girl, not his wife, but they break up to make up. He barely got time to see me, and he never texts on the weekends. He always says he's busy from work. I found out that he got a whole second girl, like 2 relationships. He goes out with the second chick, and from what I heard, his friends know her and everything. I don't know how she don't know he got a main chick plus her, but he still keeps in contact with me. He says he misses me, and I see him once in a while, and we freak so good, and he really talks so good to me, so I think he must not be too satisfied with both his mains. How is he cheating on this girl with me and cheating on me with this other chick? How does she get to meet his people and get his time and treat it like his girl, but I was the one that was there before her? Shouldn't that be me? And she be the one getting no phone calls and barely seeing him? I know this is stupid, but I mean, isn't there order to this chaos? I mean, I don't get the upgrade to his other. How did I get passed over when I'm here just for him and wait sometimes a month to see him? Signed, waiting my turn. Let me say something to you, waiting my turn. Keep on waiting. Keep on waiting. Hold your breath for an upgrade. Right? I don't know what the fact that you accept him seeing you once in a blue moon and you still giving up the draws and how you emotionally, you didn't read my goddamn book. You emotionally attached to a mofo that you knew had somebody? You had already failed the game before you one of the mofos who still fail the test when they give you 10 points just to put your name on the paper. I mean, come on, man. You cannot honestly think that you're supposed to move. It's seniority. It's tenure based. What the fuck? I mean, like, come on, man. I'm just annoyed at the level. You say you know it's stupid. If you know it, I shouldn't have to tell you. I'm just putting it like that. Sporty.
Kiki, my head hurt. So, girl, because you not a woman, girl, get the book. Please get the book. Read it twice. Like I told the other girl, y'all related, y'all sisters or something from the first letter. But read the book a couple times because something is wrong with you. The first thing I'm gonna say to you is this: you act like this is the 1970s and his name is Goldie. You are not his bottom bitch. Stop it. Find you something else to do. Go with the other girl and get a hobby, like Kiki told her, cause something wrong with y'all. My hair hurt, Kiki.
Okay, go ahead, Rocky.
Well, I mean, this is just a very simple circumstance of she is she has the whole relationship fucked up. She's just somebody that he's trashing out once a month, and they have a great time together, and she should just accept that, you know. Um,
I want to know how she got under the impression that she was supposed to have some type of seniority. Like, where the fuck they do that? Like, I was here first. Y'all jockeying for damn position. What?
I got.
Well, come on, Kiki. When you agree to be number two, right?
Mm.
You agree to be number two. A lot of times, women or men, they not betting on having a number three or even a four. So I think the whole thought process is irrational. You know, if you decide to spend time with somebody who already got a main chick, then you just some side action and accept it for that. That don't make you any more or less than. But for you to take the relationship all out of context makes you seem.
It's not a
stupid.
Relationship, Rocky. She's
I mean, it's a relationship.
You do.
They're relating.
No, they're fucking.
Is Chan mic open?
Yeah, my mic is open.
Okay, there we go.
Go, Chan. Go, Chan.
I was gonna say, is it wrong for me to tell her to fall on something sharp? Is that wrong?
No.
No, it's not wrong, because Rob in the chat room said, with that attitude, you navigate no turn. I got no advice for you. You should just jump off a bridge with that. So maybe you should jump off the bridge straight out onto something sharp that you set there. I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't understand what makes her think that there's a pecking order to this fuckery. Why does she believe? And if you do, then you really need to fall on something sharp, because now you ain't even good enough in your own scenario to be number two. You got bumped in your own scenario down to number three. You really need to fall on something sharp.
Okay, there's some fellas out there that do some real good pillow talk that can make you. One of the things about what was his name, Goldie Superfly?
Superfly and Goldie are two different people. Goldie was a pimp. Superfly was a different type. But yes, Goldie was a big pimp.
Well, I'm talking about Superfly. He can make you feel important. You understand what I'm saying? He made you feel like something. And some guys out there are just willing to make a woman feel important and give her all that good conversation. But you can't take that shit literally if you're number two.
Here's the thing, though. Every other woman has been groomed like a pimp grooms his hoes, right? And I know a lot of people would take that harshly, but he has primed you. He has blown you up. He has massaged you. He has found whatever it is that can get him in, and he's used it to his advantage to get you on the team, right? Now, how you navigate while you on the team is completely up to you. But in this scenario, there is nothing that he should be able to say to you that you know in your own conscious mind that this stuff is ridiculous and that you okay with it, because now you mad that you got passed over by the one that came after you. So you jealous about a man that you had no claims to in the beginning. You upset that somebody done backdoored you for the number two spot? Like, she took my number two spot. What? You know.
Hey, number two ain't a bad spot.
Yeah, because you get intimacy with no intricacy. You get all the bells and whistles, but not the problems that go along with it. If you playing the game right. But clearly she ain't playing the game right because she in her feelings right now. She talking about, I heard this and I heard that. You've been searching around trying to find out info. You've been stalking people's Facebook pages, going on people's social media. You've been asking people like covertly so you can get intel. You ain't just sitting at home being the number two waiting your turn.
Now, what she really is a suicide bomber waiting to happen. Is what she is.
No, she the type of chick that's gonna end up pregnant on purpose or accidentally on purpose.
That's what I'm saying. She gonna blow his shit up.
She gonna Alex Forrest you, bitch. You better not sell his house. She gonna be the one to come over there and do the looking like in Fido and Fatal and
Hello. Hello.
She better hope he don't rake Karufa ass.
Go ahead, what you say?
I said she better hope he don't rake Karufa ass.
Okay, come on now.
Oh, Lord, that's horrible. But yeah, I mean,
but here's the real sad part about it is that she's not, even though she's very disappointed in a relationship, she's not even to the point of being disgruntled. You know what I mean? She's still thinking that she can turn the tide. You know, that's what the real sense.
Right. She's not asking how do I get out of this situation. She's asking us to tell her how to be okay with her position in this situation. And that's the scariest part about that letter. You know what I mean? It's not that you're saying, how do I get out of it? Oh, yes, I understand I've gotten feelings and I know that's against the rules and this, that, and the other. What's the best way to break away? You know, and what we would tell her, just do it. You know, stop taking his calls, block him, whatever the case, you know, right? 90-day rule that I've given in terms of getting past people, you know, in relationships, right? Or in situations where you're emotionally attached. But no, you want to know, how do I be okay with the fact that she came after me and now she getting the second chick duties when I was here?
Check this here out, man. This is just my 2 cents.
We need to see you.
Women who are bad number 3s make bad number 2s and make bad number 1s. Women who are good number 3s make great number 2s, and great number 2s make great number 1s. And I'm just gonna leave it right there for her. If she's a bad number 3, then she'll never be a good number 1.
Here's the thing: she was a bad number 2. That's how she ended up at 3. You're not even good at being another woman.
It's horrible.
Like, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Knock it off. Okay, enough.
Hopefully the
Rocky?
number game didn't confuse y'all.
No, I got it. I got it clearly. It's gonna confuse her because she got the math off. She an old girl from before got the math all messed up. What are some other myths? Oh,
what about women get more attached than men? Did we talk about that already?
That's how this whole thing started, and that's how we gonna end this show. This whole thing started because somebody said women can only have sex with you if there's some type of emotional attachment. And so to further that conversation, Rocky, would be to say that women get attached more quickly than men, right? Depends.
Yeah.
Depends. Anybody is susceptible to get caught up.
Like I said, I don't agree with that. I'll say this. I've heard many more male stalkers than women stalkers. So I don't know if that means anything.
No, that's not true though. That's not true though. We're just better at it.
Crazy.
Women are crazy. Think about it. Your stalker will go make best friends with your baby mama. Your stalker will go sit up in your house and break bread with your own damn mama. That's the kind of crazy shit that broads do. That's some stalker shit. She sit outside and your comings and goings, and she know all your kids' names, and you ain't never told her nothing about your damn kids.
Hey.
KiKi.
Yes.
Remember the girl that moved in to the other woman's apartment complex?
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, we were in court, and there happened to be this domestic violence case that was going on. This girl was with this guy. They were together, had a family together and everything. His side piece, because she was so dead on trying to get to this chick and to act all crazy and to cause wreaking havoc. This bitch moved into, she had been put out the apartment complex before several times. She moved in with a friend inside that complex, so her name wasn't on the lease, just so she could be closer to her to fuck with her. Because the bitch had to pass her house in order to get to her house in the complex.
Whoa.
That's mean.
Crazy. Deranged. And had the nerve to be up in court like, and what? She didn't give a shit. She didn't give a shit. She didn't give a shit in court. Me and Chia passed the notes back and forth like, what the fuck is going on here?
Oh,
But
God.
you know, that whole men are more stalkers than women, that's bullshit. Men probably turn more violent with their stalking than women.
Yeah.
But we'll do some old white collar shit. We done fucked up your credit, behind your back. But you know what's funny? This lady was telling me how she broke up with her ex, and I'm gonna, she broke up with her ex, and I'll get back on the conversation of whether we did the whole attachment thing. She broke up with her ex. This mofo went and changed all her passwords on all her emails, and then went to all her online accounts and stuff. And they have been together for 11 years. Charged up all her shit, tried to get her title changed over out of her name. It was all kind of shit. He locked her out of her life because he was in his feelings. All right, but in terms of whether women get caught up quicker than men, and the fact that women, that y'all think, like I said earlier, y'all think our hearts are attached to our vaginas. They are not connected, men. That is the biggest trick that women ever played on y'all that y'all fell for.
Well, so when a woman says, I need you to decipher this for me, because when a woman says,
If we do this,
when I have sex with a man, it takes our relationship to the next level, and I feel more intense for him after we have had sexual relations.
that means that woman is a crazy lady in training, and you need to not ever fuck her.
All right, just check.
At all.
Ever.
So that's an admission of insanity, is what you're saying.
Don't let her suck. Don't let her polish your knob. Don't let her give you a hand job. Don't let her do nothing.
Don't even hug her, Rocky. Don't even hug her.
If we do this, we're gonna be together.
So where does the attachment come in from the sexual intercourse? I don't get that. I mean,
oxytocin, vasopressin, those chemicals, and then pair bonding activities. Y'all spooning and cuddling and doing all this other shit together. No, fucking get out. I'm not getting you a warm wash rag to go wash your own dick. You know what I mean?
Take care of your own business.
You know what I'm saying? Again, when you're kissing, when you kiss, it's a very intimate thing because you're exchanging chemicals right in that moment. You might wrap your dick up so you ain't exchanging bodily fluids with her there, but you ain't wearing a condom on your tongue, so you're still, exchanging chemical bonds with this person, right? So, you have to kind of refrain from that. I know a lot of people who saw Pretty Woman she was like, don't kiss on the mouth. You know what I mean? Because it's too personal. It is. It's very personal.
Very.
Because of that exchange of chemicals that are happening there, and androstenone and all that other stuff. There are a lot of chemicals that are in play. But your behavior has to combat what your body will chemically produce. So if you're excreting or producing oxytocin, which is a bonding chemical, that is something that a woman will overproduce when she is lactating and breastfeeding her child so that they are bonding, right? If that's that powerful, how you think as a man you gonna be able to get out of the jaws of that one, right? So you can't then now want to lay up with her and think she ain't, y'all ain't, you can't lay there and stare in her eyes, y'all pillow, talking and shit.
Yeah.
No, nigga, no, boo. You can't do that.
Get up
Can't do
and
that.
get out.
Get in, get out, get gone.
Ain't no
I'm just saying.
breakfast. Don't need to see daylight. Holler, but not back.
And if I do see daylight, or he does see daylight, I ain't walking you to the door and kissing you off like I'm sending you off to the world. No,
Get your walk of shame on by
make
yourself.
sure you lock the door. We ain't gotta do. It ain't gotta be all that.
See, all of those are things, or seem like affirmations as a guy that you've had a job well done. You know what I mean? A lot of the things that you mentioned are just about you having put it down, and when
No,
this is
it
just
could be bad sex, but if you're still doing that doesn't stop the chemicals from being released. So that's a myth right there. Just because she get attached don't mean that your dick is good. That ain't what I mean. Because many of women
I'm talking
have
about
loved men with bad sex. And on that note, it is time for us to
put
get out
them
of
to
here.
sleep,
No, that has nothing to do with it. So we're going to get out of here. Next week, we have another great show lined up for you guys today. Thank you so much, Rocky Miller, for stopping by, sitting in, and showing out as you always do. We're going to pull some of your quotes because you had some doozies tonight. You and Sporty, I was trading them tonight. So on behalf of Sporty Spunky Angel, our incredible invisible intern, our producer, Cousin Chan, and me, the consummate provocateur, your host. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will have another great show for you guys next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Always remember, we're uncensored, unscripted, unapologetic. If there's anything else they need to know about us, y'all, what do they need to do?
Google us, bitches.
That's right. Google us, bitches. All